Hope you can see my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see the screen. I hope all of you can see the screen.
Okay, then let's start section. So good evening all. Welcome to today's FDP session on application of BIM in building design. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Krishna Raj, working as BIM application engineer under construction operation management department. So I'll just brief about by our company BIM Labs Global. So we are a BIM service provider. We have actually three departments: BIM Finishing School, where we provide training for students, corporates, professionals, and all. So after the training, we do give an internship as per the requirements of the students. So they will get a hand-on experience on the software, what they had learned. Then second one is BIM Studio, where we do the consultants, where we do the live BIM project as well as assess the projects. Then last one is the placement. So after completed the course for students, we will assess them for the placement. We have tie up with many BIM companies, and we will make sure that our students are placed. So these are the certifications of our company. We are authorized academic partner of Autodesk and Bentley, and we are the member of IGBC. IGBC, you know, Indian Green Building Council. For sustainability, for the rating the sustainability and all. Then we're also member of IBM India BIM Association. So the others partners and certifications of BIM Labs Global. So about the location of our company, our corporate offices in Calcutta, Toronto, India, and we have project office in Dubai. Then we have a branch office in different in Kerala, in Kochi, as well as in Toronto, two branch offices. Then also we have a franchisee in Kerala, in Kollam district. Now we can start our session. Application of BIM in building design. So we all know the different stages of a project, right? That is the conceptual designing stage, then detailed designing stage, and all. So for the application of BIM in building design, we will discuss the software Autodesk Revit. Hope you know the Revit software. Is there anyone who don't know this particular software? Then please let me know. I will just brief on this. Hello. So you
Yeah,
all
we are
know.
familiar with the software.
Okay, fine. So we know the softwares, different templates, everything no. So we can just discuss on the tools or the options rather than this used for the design parts. Okay, I'll just go with the so template, file format, everything I think. So I'll just go with a part one model. Okay, so today we can just discuss on. So here for architecture modeling. So these are the options we are using, and architecture tab we have different options for doing the architecture modeling. So apart from the designing, apart from the 3D model part, we can do many things using the software, like a documentation part we can do, estimation part we can do, analysis part we can do. So that all things we will discuss in today's and tomorrow's session. So first one, we can go for the documentation part. So documentation means I'll just show one. There are many samples provided by this Revit. I'll just open one sample project and tell. So the documentation means the project deliverables. What we can just do the dimensioning part. We can do the tag and annotation. We can just place the what different views. We can just split the if it is a very big complex project. We can just split our plan in different parts and just place in our title blocks and all. So that's are all project deliverables. That is a documentation part. We can do the area calculations and all. It will automatically, you just want to pick the tool and just place, just calculate the areas and all. So here you can see this is a sample project. Here you can see these are the tags, and here you can see there's a door, those are having tag. So if you want to know what is the tag used here, you can just like 105, you can just select a particular tag and you can just door, and you can just go to the property. Here you can see it is mark is 105. So this the tag which is used in particular door element is this mark of that particular door. Likewise, if you just go for here, you can see the numbers in window tag. If you want to know what is this particular number, you can just select this window and you can just go to it property and check what is this 46. You can go to edit type. Here I can see it is a type mark of that particular element. So if you want to edit this, okay, so if you don't want, if you want a family type to be as a tag, you can just edit also. You can just select this one, you can go to the edit family and you can edit this. You can see label and test. So the changing quantities will be like each for each element, the changing quantities we will leave it as a label, and fixed one will be as test. Okay, so that I will just explain by in another model. Okay, so here is a one model. I'll just go to the plinth level and we can do the documentation part here. So all the tools regarding the documentation part will be in the annotate tab. Okay, so I think all the tabs are familiar to you. So for the documentation, for up to the designing one, the up to the architecture to systems tabs are just for the designing purpose. For insert tab, for linking with other softwares and all, for exporting and the files. If you have a CAD file with you and if you want to make use it in a Revit, you can just use this insert tab and you can mix the import CAD and also. And the link Revit is there. Means if you're doing the architecture modeling in Revit and if you want to use that architecture plan as a reference for doing the structure one, you can go with the link Revit and also. So for means for the connecting with other softwares or making use of other softwares thing in as a reference here, we can go for the insert tab. So annotate tab. So for all the documentation purpose, we have the annotate tab here. Here you can see the dimension. For the dimension, these are the tools available here: aligned, linear, angular, and everything. So I'll just we can just do the dimensioning in this particular model. So aligned for what doing all type of measurements. For linear, for example, I'll just show you. I'll take a wall here. This is a straight wall, one inclined wall. Okay, go for annotate tab. So for linear one is for just for the horizontal and vertical dimension. So if I just this dimension, I'm just taking the dimension of this inclined walls also. Okay, so here the dimension of this particular one will be like a horizontal. This dimension is showing. So if you want correct dimension of the slanted wall means you have to take the aligned dimension. If you take, you can see here the dimension will be different. So that one is the difference of this two: linear for horizontal and vertical dimension, aligned for all other dimension, angular for doing the for taking the angles and all, radial and diameter we have. Then for arc one, I will show with an example. Okay, for taking the arc measurement, you can take arc. First, you have to select that particular what arc. Then you have to select the 2 points where you want to take the measurement. Then it will give the arc measurement. That's the difference. Okay. Then sport elevation, sport coordinate, and sport slope means. So we know we make use of levels to do the modeling. When we go to our elevations, we have different levels. We just create the different levels for making our modeling part easier, right? So if you don't, if you are not used any level, or if you want to know the elevation of a particular point here in the elevation part, you can just go for the sport elevation. Okay, you can just here you can see if this is a parapet wall. If you want to know the, if you want to know this elevation, yeah, no level is there. If you want to know the elevation, you want to know the elevation of this particular point, you can go to sport elevation and you can just place it here. You can know the elevation. Likewise, sport coordinates also. So we know if using different templates we do the different disciplines, like of the same structure we do the we take the architecture template for do the architecture modeling, we do the structure template for the structure modeling, likewise mep and all, and we have to link all this for the no, this the linking will be based on some coordinate, we will set a coordinate for the model and do the linking and all. So in order to know the coordinate of a particular point we can just go for the sport coordinate. Okay, just place, we know the coordinate, that is a sport coordinate. And here we have a sport slope, means if you want to know the slope of a particular point, for example here we have a slope roof is there, and if you want to know the roof of that one, you can take an elevation, or I can just go to 3D and check. If you want to know the slope of that particular slope roof, you can just take that, select that particular option and just place here, we'll know the slope. So that's are the options for doing the what dimension part. Now we can go to our plinth. Here we can do the dimensions. I'll just take the align dimension. So I can just, so either we can just here two options are there. Okay, in the ribbon area you can see in the ribbon area wall faces are there. Means if you want to do the dimension of face to face of a wall, you can go for wall faces. If you want to know the dimension of the center to center of the wall, wall center lines. The center of core and faces of core means what is the core material of that particular material. For example, if this wall, if you take the core material will be the brick, both side plastic, middle will be the brick. So core material is the brick. So if you want to find the distance, or if you want to find the distance of that brick face to another wall's brick face, you can go for face of core. Center of brick of one wall to center of brick of another wall, you can go for center of core. So there are many options like this. I'm just taking wall faces here, and here you can see the pick entire walls and individual reference are there. Individual reference means we have to pick each and every wall and do the dimensioning. Okay, you want to pick each and every wall and do the dimensioning part here. So it will be, if this is a small model, so it will be okay, but if it is a complex plan, it will be very difficult to do that individually picking and doing the what measurement. So what we can do is, here is another option, entire walls. So that means if you just end, if you're taking entire walls, and this option tab will be active, go to options, here intersecting walls, just select that intersecting walls. Means if you want to know the dimension of this particular wall with the intersecting walls, so this is a main wall. Okay, so the intersecting walls are, this are the intersecting walls. So if you want to take the dimension of that, you can just go for this option. Okay, you can just select that entire walls, then select the walls which you want the dimension, and you will get the dimension part here. Okay, so like this you can just, if you here, if you want, you can just like give this like this, you can just give the dimension. And you know, you can, we can edit all the elements or all the things which is available in Revit, we can just edit. Okay, here if you see, if you select this particular dimension, you can see the property, it is a linear dimension style 2.5 mm ADL. You can just go for the edit type. So if you make any changes in the default thing, you can just duplicate and do it. Okay, you can just duplicate and you can just make use of it. And here you can see, first is dimension string type, that is, it is continuous. Continuous means this is a continuous one. Okay, and the options are baseline. Baseline means from base of a particular, I'll show you. Okay, from using one end as a base, the measurements will be taken, that is baseline. And another one is ordinate, that is based on the coordinates points. Okay, you will get the based on the coordinate points. So that are the different dimensions string type. We can just go for the default continuous one. Then leader type is there, tick marks are there. So we can make, if you want to make your dimension in any type, you can just, these are the tick marks. There's a diagonal 3 mm. And if you want to change it here, different options are there. Arrow field is there. I'll just show you. These are the arrow field. Then tick mark line weight is dimension line. So there are different parameters are there based on it. So if you want to customize that and use it in our model, you can just use it. And here witness line control, one option is a fixed to dimension line. So this is the witness line control, this point. Okay, these tools are the witness line control. So if you want to fix to this dimension, you can just fix to that. Or if you want to extend from the model, you can just go for the gap to element. Okay, this is gap to element. Or if you want just the fix to that particular dimension, means you can just fix to that particular dimension. So likewise, if you want to change colors, you want to change colors. So there are different parameters related to it, and you can just customize it and use it our own. Okay. Likewise, you can just give the dimension. And next is tagging portion. Here, detailing portions are there that we will discuss. Okay, later. Next is test portion. So this is the dimension panel. Then is a test. So if you want to do any test here in this particular, you can just give the test. Okay, when you take the test, here you can see simply if you want to make any test, you can just type here. Or with the leaders and all, if you want to give the test means, here leaders are there. One segment is just one segment, and you just can make the leaders. Then two segments are there, that is just one arrow to one place, and then another two segments. Then curved is also there, this one is curved. Okay, then if you if you just want to add a paragraph, you can use like this. Here this is one is leader at top left. That means if you're doing a paragraph like this, the leader will be at the top left. You can just write at the test number of tests you can do, the leader will be at the top left. That is, as the name suggests, you can see leader will be at the middle, bottom, like here also right side. And another options are there, some other options. Check spelling means if you want to check the spelling of any test what you have done, you can go for the check spelling. And also another option is find or replace. Find or replace means, for example, this one HCH. Okay, I'm just doing find HCH. Okay, that if you want to replace that particular test with any other test like a labs, you say find nest. Here you can see match is found. It is in view type floor plan. Okay, here you can see, then just replace it with, you will be, the test will be replaced. So if it is a very big or like a complex plan, these all options will be useful. Okay, that is test. Then comes the tagging part. Okay, so tag, here you can see tag by category, one option is there, as well as tag all is there. Okay, tag by category means if I'm choosing tag, can tag any element here. Okay, if for example, if you want to tag this window, you can tag like this. The tag a door, you can just tag like this. If you want to tag the wall, you can tag like this. By category wise, you can tag any element in this particular view. Okay, that is tag by category. Tag all means there is a window showing all the categories of the particular model. You can just tag by each category. So if you want to tag all the door means, you can just select the door tag. Okay, door tag, apply, okay. So all the doors will be tagged. It's wall tag. It's not selected. Door tag, apply, okay. Here you can see the doors will be tagged. Oh no, it's not tagged. Yeah, now it's tagged. For 1 minute. Window I'll just off. Okay, now it's the door is tagged. Here you can see the doors are tagged. Okay, so if you want to know what is this number, you can just select that particular door. Like I was saying, it will be the mark. By default, it will be the mark or type mark of doors or windows. Okay, that is the tag. Okay, and if you want to edit it, you can just select it. Okay, that means if you don't want the mark as of the door as to be tagged, you want it as a like a family name or some type mark like that you want, means you can just select that particular tag. Here one option will be there, edit family. Okay, you can just select edit family. Here you can see this is a type mark. Okay, and here just you do want this, I'm just deleting this type mark. and I'm going for creating a new one. Okay, just go for create. You can see under test, label and test is there. So label means changing quantities. For each element, what is the thing changing? You have to go for label. So for all element, the thing which is remain constant, you have to go for test. Okay, so the change, mainly tag we will be using the label one. So just select label, click here. Here you can see different categories will be there. So for we have selected door, no, door, assembly code, description, name, construction type, course, whatever thing you want as a tag, you can select from here. I'll just select here type name. I will select. If you want any other materials or category also, you can select. Okay, just apply. Okay, okay, then you can just load into project. Then override the existing version. You can see the tag has changed. So D1, D1, this are the type name of that particular doors. And if you want to arrange that particular tag means, you can just go for, you can use your arrow keys and arrange it correctly. And also if you want to change its colors and everything, also same thing, go to edit family, you can select this. Okay, select this particular one. Here you can see the property, the tag, this one is named as tag label 3mm. You can go to edit type. So if you want to duplicate it, you can duplicate it. Okay, duplicate, and you can just give different values for this test font size, colors. If you want to change, you can just give the colors here. Likewise, you can make changes, give the apply, okay, then load into project. Okay. Likewise, you can give the door tag. Same as for window tag also. So window tag, it will be, if you want to know what is this, that go to window and check. It will be the type mark. It will be the type mark. Here also, if you want to what the type name means, you can select that particular tag, any tag. You can just select any tag. You can go to edit family. You can just select that. I'm just deleting it. Go to label. You can select the type name. Okay, and if you want it as any other like any other parameters like height, width, also you want, you can select it. Okay, if I'm just giving apply, okay, you can see it will be in a single line. Okay, you want it as in each line means select edit label, you can give here break. Okay, break. And height and width, if you want like L by B, like that, if you want to give means, you can just give here a suffix. You can just give a X. Okay, then apply. Okay, you can see this. And also you can just select that one, go to edit type, and if you want to edit any parameters, if you want to edit, you can just edit. Okay, then load into project. Override the existing version. Here you can see, so kitchen window W2, W3, these all you can just place it, just move and place it in a correct position. Okay, and also you can use your arrow keys in your keyboard and place it in a correct position. Like that, you can do the tag, window tag and door tag. And if you want to create your own tags, okay, so by default these are the tags, and you can just edit the by default tags in the Revit. So if you want to create your own tag also, you can just create it by as a family. Okay, you can go to file, new, family. Okay, here you can see, I think you all know how to create a families and also if you want to create a door family, you can just use a particular template, metric door.rft columns. Here you can see different templates for creating different families. Baluster is there, casework, columns, different templates are there. You can see here for structure, for MEP, everything is there. For furnitures is there, and for these tags and also coming under the annotation category, so there will be a folder like this annotation. You can just open it. Here you can see, so in annotations also, yeah, annotation also. Here you can see window tag is a telephonic device, level head. If you want to change that level head and grid head, you can see, you can change. So there are different templates provided by the Revit. You can just make use of it and create your own family. So I'll just go with the window tag here. So if you want to create a new window family window tag, you can go take metric window tag.rft. Okay, so the file format it is RFT. Just open. So this will be the interface. You can just go for label here. Just click here. So what all things you want, you can just take from this, like that. How we edit that particular tag, no? Same thing. Same thing, you can just select and edit, and it just duplicate the things and just then load into project. And if you want to use this particular window family tag in different project, you can just save it. Okay, you can just file, save it as a family, and then you can use in different projects. Otherwise, just load into project and just make use in this particular project. Okay, that is like that. You can just create the window tag, door tag as your own family also. Okay, now, so if there is room tag is also there. So if everything, dimension, tagging, everything is done in this view, means it will be just like crowded. Okay, like no. So what we can do is we can just duplicate the particular views. Okay, just duplicate the particular some view. We can just duplicate, and in each duplicate view we can do the taggings and also. For duplicating, I'm just going to duplicate this plinth view. Okay, I'm just right clicking here, right in the project browser, go to that particular view which you want to duplicate, just right click here, you can see the duplicate option. So the duplicate, you will get three options. You will get duplicate with the detailing, and duplicating as a dependent. So duplicate means, first option duplicate means I just duplicate here, you can see here, pl copy one. That duplicate copy, no, you will just get the model, nothing, no annotation, nothing will be here, just the model you will get in the first option, duplicate. Okay, I'll just close all this. Okay, second one is duplicate with a detailing. Here you can see that model plus detailing plus document annotation also will be there in the duplicate with the detailing. So the difference is, here you can see, in plain we have done these all dimension we have done, that will be in the duplicate with the detailing. So if you do a new dimensioning here, or for example, I'm just going to architecture, no, annotate tab, individual reference. Then new dimension, I'm just doing another dimension here. Okay. Then I'm just, if you are selecting that duplicate with the detailing, it will not get updated. Okay. So if you make some new changes in that particular main view, it will not get updated in the duplicate with the detailing copy. Okay. Third one is duplicate with as a dependent, duplicate as a dependent. It will be a dependent copy. So whatever things you make, many in changes you make, it will be updated here. Okay. If you do a dimensioning here, it will be updated in the dependent copy. So what is the use of this dependent copy means, so using datum, scope box and all, we can split the particular plan and place it in different sheet. Okay, means if I'm just splitting this particular plan, and I'm just uh, placing one portion, placing the upper portion of this plan in one sheet, and I would just want to do all the annotation in that particular one, you can just make use of the dependent copy. Okay, you can just do that. You can just take two dependent copies. In one dependent copies, the you can split the what top portion, second dependent copy bottom portion, and if you do any changes in your main view, it will get updated in the dependent copies. So mainly while using the scope box and all, we make use of this dependent copy. Okay, so that is a three duplicate views. So I'll just go with the first one, and if you want, you can just rename it also. Okay, here an option is there, rename. You rename option also you can just do. Okay, for doing the room tag and all, you can go for the architecture one. Okay, architecture is there. So if you place the if you just go for room here, it will be automatically just what tag will be placed, as I already had placed a tag here, that's why it is shown like that. Or you can go for tag group, just select the tag group. It is already when you select that group, the room will be automatically tagged. Okay, so tag or no tag, you can just use apply. Okay. Okay, so this is a family I just created for this particular model. Okay, by default, this is not the thing. This is the family I just created. Okay, room tag. And if you want, here you can see, for example, this dining, and so this room tag will be applicable only to a closed surface. Okay, means closed area only. This room tag will be applicable. So for this dining and living, when you place a room tag, it will be just like one. Okay, so if you want to separate it, you have to use this another room separator option is there. Yeah, room separator. This one you want here already. I've just given the room separator. That will be an imaginary line. Okay, here you can see this is the room separator. If you give the room separator only, you can just give the different dimension in these both rooms. Okay, and I'll just tell this RT. This is a family room family room tag family just created. For creating the room tag family, also same option. You can just go for new family, go to annotations. Here room tag will be there. Room tag will be there. Okay, that's why you can just create. I'll just edit this family. Okay, this is the created this family room tag family is created by me. I'll just edit it. Okay, edit family. You can go to edit family. Here you can see the labels I just give us. Name is there. This is the area and this is a size. Okay, this size I've just deleted. Okay, that is a new parameter which is added. I'll just show you. You can go to create label. Yes. If you want your dimension like means 360 by 300, like that dimension you want, it means height into width. We are just given like height into width parameters and doors and window. So if you want like that in your room tag, if you find see here, there's no option like this, like that. Length, breadth, nothing parameters is there. Don't fill it like that. So if you want that particular size as that is 300 by 360, that like that type, if you want in your tag, you can create it as a no parameter. Okay, means if you want to add any field which is not here, okay, which is not listed here, you can just create it as a new parameter. So to create as new parameter, here one option is there, add parameter. You can just add parameter. So that parameter which you are creating here in the family will be as a shared parameter. I think you know there are two different parameters, project parameters and shared parameters. Okay, so the parameter which you're creating for the tag family will be as a shared parameter. Just select here. So these are the different parameters I just created in this particular model. Room tag already is there. I'll just edit, go for room tag, new parameter, dimension. Okay, just give the name of the parameter, just give the discipline, type. It is an important one. Okay, if you want it as a 300 by 360, like that you want, you should not add, give it as a length. Okay, you have to give it as a test here. Why? Because that by that we will be given x no. So if you want to give it as that format, you have to take the parameter as test. So here you can see different parameters are there for creating different types there for creating different parameters. Cost is there, area, length, density. SO no questions. If you want as an SO no question, you can create as that as a parameter, like that. Okay, I'm just creating as a dimension, giving the type as test. Okay, then selecting that. Okay, here I'm just select the room tag. Just select the dimension. Okay, here you can see parameter data name is dimension, discipline type. Okay. Here you can see the dimension, the newly created parameter has in this particular field. I'll just select this dimension, then apply. Okay. Okay. Now, if you want to arrange it and all, you can just arrange it correct properly. And if you want to here, you can see this one. Room tag is what proper name. If this one tag label, you can just make it to the room tag. You can just select that particular parameter, go to your properties, drop them. Here you can see a room tag. So the room tag, that properties will be applied to this. Okay. Then you can just load into project. Overwriting the existing version, you can see. Okay, so the name area is there. This is a newly created parameter, right? The dimension is a newly created parameter which is not there in this particular Revit, or this template is not there. So we want to, and we have created as a shared parameter. Now the next step is we want to convert that shared parameter into our project parameter. Okay, for that you have to go to manage tab. Yeah, under settings panel, you will get a shared parameters. You have to select that. Select our category room tag, dimension is here. Okay, first select that. Then go to project parameter. Say manage tab, settings panel. First option, project parameter. Okay, here you want to create it as a new parameter. New parameter. From shared parameter, you are selecting. So shared parameter, select. Okay, you will get the list of the shared parameters which are created. Just parameter group, that is the room tag. Dimension, you want to add it as a project parameter. Give OK. Here you can see parameter, data, everything will be there. Next thing is you want to which category you want to add this parameter. For room category, you want to add this parameter. You select the room category also. Select the category as room. Then OK. Dimension, OK. Okay. Now we can just, if you want, you can just select the room. Select the room. Here you can see under test that newly the parameter is created. Okay, so this is the parameter which we have created. Either you can just edit from here or just click on this question mark. You can just edit from the model also. Okay, or just you can just click type here. It will be updated, or you can just update from model also. You can just do. Not able to select that. Okay, from model also you can just do, or you can just select the water room. Yeah, you can see here kitchen. I think the selection is not getting correctly. That's why the values can be edited directly from the model also. So this is how you can just create a new parameter. This can be done in every tag. Okay, in do tag, if you want to create a new parameter, you can do. Windows also you can do. Okay, so if you want to add a new parameter to the tag, you can just add it as a create it as a shared parameter. Okay. Next is the area calculations. So I'll just take the another. So this one we want, you can just rename it as tag, or you can just pick this one. I'll just duplicate one more. Duplicate book. I'll just rename it as area plan. Okay. For area plan, again you can go to, means you want to do the area. You want to get the area of the particular model. Okay. For that, you can go to architecture tab. Yeah, architecture tab is there. Here room and area panel is there. Just click on that. Here area volume computation option you will get. Take area and volume computation. Okay, so from here commutation is there, area schemes is there. Okay, so area scheme means by default there will be two type of area, carpet area and gross building areas. This one is this one is created by me. Okay, so that by default there will be two type of area, carpet area and gross building area, and that description will be there. So if you want to add new types of area, means if you want to find any area type, you can just give area and you can just give the name and description. Okay, that is the area, means defining the area schemes. Then close it. Now to give the areas, just go for the area option here. Okay, so first go for the area plan. You have to choose a plan, or means you have to define the area where you want to give the find the area of. Okay, just go for the area plan. From here you will get a window. From here you want to select which type of area you want to find. Okay, so here carpet area is there, gross building area is there, random area is there. So just go for the gross building area, that is total building area. Okay, and you want can select the view. Okay, which view you want to find the area, select that. Then they will ask a question, that is boundary lines. They will create a boundary lines along the external walls of the model. So if you want to take that, they will automatically create it. So if you want to make use of that, you can just give yes. Otherwise, you can just draw your own boundary walls. Okay. So here I just selected the gross building area, means total area of the building. So this boundary line along the external wall is okay. So just give a yes. Okay. So the boundary wall is done. Next portion is go to area. Now this area portion will become active. Just select that area and place here. Area got. I already done this everything here. That's why it's good. So area is 102 meters square. Already find the area of this particular model. That's why it's showing this redundant placing. So here you can see the area is 102 meters square. You can just place it. Okay, you can just place it. That is. And next is if you want to find an area of, like, for example, I'll just go for dependent copy, or here I'll just go and area. I'll just go for the carpet area, plinth. Okay. So already boundary is because already I had just done the area thing in this mode. That's why it showed. So one time if you just do that, that boundary will also be set here. Okay. And you can just, if you want, you can just take the automatically create the boundary walls, or you can just create as your own and then take the area and you can just place it. Okay. So that is how you can just find the areas. I'll do one thing. I'll just go for the random areas. That will be better. I'll just delete that area. The show automatically create boundary walls. I'm just giving for no. Now we can just create our area boundary. You have to choose the area boundary. Okay. If we give the no option for that boundary lines, this area boundary portion will become active. Give that, take that, select that area boundary. Then just off here, you will get the what drawing tools. You can just give the boundary here, and then you can just give the area. Then again go to architecture, area. You can just place the area. And if you want to change this tag also, you can just change it. You can select the particular room, you can select. You can see in the identity data, the name is area. So if that, I think it's a work area. Okay, it's there. Okay, so just select the room. Okay. Like this, you can just do the different what areas, different rooms, different types of areas you can do. And another option is there, color fill legend. Color fill legend means you can just give the different colors to this particular rooms in the model, and you can just what depending on the area name and all, you can just create a legend. Okay, for that then go to annotate tab. The last panel you will get option color fill. Okay, the color fill legend will be there. Here just select that color fill legend, then place at a portion where you want the legend. Here you can see space type areas randomly there. That is what we have defined. Color scheme also random. Okay, it's like a building common area. Based on the building common area, the legend has created. Okay, so if you want to create it as a name, okay, for example, what you can do is you can just go to your area plan property here. Your color scheme option is there. This one, color scheme option under graphics, color scheme option is there. Just select that. You can see based on, you can just if you want to change the title, you can change the title. Room legend, color. You can give based on what you have to give. If it is area is there, area type, name, number, perimeter is there. I'll just take a name. Okay, you can see. So what all name we have rooms we have defined, it will be applicable on that. And if you want to change the colors also, there's an option. Okay, you can change the colors also. So here maybe bedroom. So you want to place the area there, then only it will be applicable. So like that, you can just give the colors to your different rooms and place the legend. You will get a room legend like this. Okay. Next option is datum extent scope box. So datum extent scope box means this like I will just take an sample file that will be easy. Okay, if you like, if you get a complex plan or anything, and if you want to split it the particular plan and place it in different views, you can just go for the scope box option. Okay. So for that, mainly you can just what you can do is you can just duplicate it. Okay, just first create a duplicate view of that particular level. Okay, if I just want to split this particular one, I'll just go for duplicate. And if you want to use the scope, you have to go for a duplicate as a dependent one. Okay, so I've just go for two dependent copy, duplicating as a dependent, and you can just rename it as okay, scope box one. Scope box 2. Then what you want to do is come to our main view. Okay, plan, not this. Okay, come to our main view. That is the this one, no, this one level. Come to our main view, then go for view tab. View tab. Here you will get the option scope box. Okay, select the scope box. Then draw, that means draw where portions where you want to split the model. Okay, I'm just drawing it as a rectangle here. Okay, here you can see this one scope box, again another scope box, this is another scope box. Okay, and you can see both these scope box have some what common place, like here this one means if you when you place one portion in one one title block and another portion another title box, this portion one title block and this one in another title block, and if you want to see where it is splitted, this is the common area, this portion is splitted. So if you want to see or mark where it is splitted, you can make use of the match line. So match line. So when you take that, you will get a match line option. I'll just, yeah, this is a match line option. Okay, means if you have a common area in your scope box, you can just mark it as. That means you will, when you place it in a sheet, you will understand that that is a continuing portion. Okay, you can just take the match line. Either you can just pick line or you can just draw a line. Okay, so here this is the common area. You can just mark and place it here. Okay, then what you can do is you can go to first dependent view scope box one. You can see this is scope box one. So here, so just select the first scope box. You can just go to the views visible. I think already scope box is here. That's why it's in this scope box types. Okay, what you want to do is you can go to level 1, or you can go to yeah, you can just give the name here. Okay, in scope box 1 view, it is since that particular scope box, it is naming it as scope box 3. I'm just giving as scope box 1. Okay, scope box 1, it is already in use. That's why scope box 3. This one, it is scope box 2. Okay, now what you want to do is in scope box 1 dependent view, you can just go to your properties and you will get an option here, scope box. You can see scope box. So in this scope box 1 option, it is already scope box 1 and 2 is already in this particular pan. That is 2 and 3 is only there. Okay, you can just drop down. You can see the 1, 2, 3 option. Okay, if you want the second one, you can just apply. So this is a score box 2. You will get it. And for score box 2, this one, you can just go to your properties here, view name, you can change to uh, not view name, the score box here. You can just do score box 2. Apply this portion, you will get. Okay. That is a score box. And if you want to edit your visibility also, you can just edit it. So here you can see, just set the score box that you want. You can go to your particular level 1 and you can just edit the visibility. So the scope box I'm selected, that is the scope box 2. Here you can see views visible. Means you can go to edit. Here you can see this particular scope box. You can see in 3D view, you can see detail views, you can see elevations, everywhere you can see the scope box. You can go to your 3D view and check. You can see the scope boxes. Like this, you can see the scope boxes. So if you want to edit that views visibility, you can just edit it. Okay, have to go to your level 1 and then edit. Select that particular scope box, views visible. So if you don't want to see it in the 3D view, if you don't want to see, you can just override it as invisible. Like that, you can set in particular view. If you don't want to see and all, you can just edit the views visibility scope box. Likewise, you can do it in the okay. Likewise, you can just do it in the other scope box also. Just use visible, you can just edit it. You can just override it and edit it. And next is datum elements. So these are the datum elements. You know, the levels and grids are the datum elements. So these datum elements we are using for what, making our model easier one. For as a reference or for doing the models easy, we use the datum elements. So in scope box 1, here you can see these 5, 6 are these grids are there. So if you want to make it as in this control only in this scope box, what you can do is you can just select here the particular grids or levels in the scope box. You can select, and here you can see grid. There is nothing is assigned to it. You can just assign. That is a scope box 2. Okay. Likewise, you can just select all the grids or what levels, datum elements. Grids and levels are datum elements. You can select all the datum elements and you can just assign the scope box to it. In which scope box you want to edit. And another thing is, so these datum elements you see. So if I edit the datum elements, okay, if I just edit the datum elements like just select here. If I just edit the datum elements, go to 3D and I'll just take the south elevation. Okay. So north and south, these 1, 2, 3, 4s are there. Okay. So it's already in 2D. Okay. So already as that I will then show it in our example. Okay. That means if already your datum elements are there, and if you want to make data elements view specific, okay, that means I will just show here itself. So here 1, 2, 3, some data this grids are there 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be it is in what here also in the north and south elevation, both what 1, 2, 3, 4 like grids are there. And if you want to manage this grids in particular view, you want to convert it as 2D, and then you can manage it. That means if you make changes in this particular one, okay, here it is in 2D, okay, means it's already changed. So when you put the, or when you use the datum elements, it will be in 3D. Okay, it will be in 3D. So if you want to control it in your particular view, okay, you want to, means if it is a 3D option, and when you change the datum elements, it will be applicable in all views. Okay, that means if you change a one these grids in the south one, if it is a 3D, okay, south, and then you, when you see your north elevation, it also changed. Okay, but if you want to change only in, or if you want to manage your datum elements in only a particular view, you want to convert it to 2D. Here it is already converted. Okay, and I will just show in our, I'll just close all this. I'll just place some grids here. Architecture tab, pick a lines, center lines, I'm just picking. The datum elements numbers will be what? Continuous one. So here you can see when you place the datum elements, it will be in 3D. You can see it will be in 3D. So if you want to convert it, or if you want to, you can see these datum elements. North also just take. Okay. So if I just change it, okay, selecting this. It already changed to 2D. Okay, so if you change, if it is in 3D, and if you want change, means it will be applicable in all views. Okay, and if you want to control it, you have to convert it to 2D, and then you can manage the datum elements. So that is datum elements and scope box. So scope box is just for splitting the what plan and just placing in the sheet. You can do scope box. Datum elements means managing datum elements. To manage the datum elements or making it as a view specific, you can just convert it to 2D and just manages what manages specifications and all. Next thing is we can go for taking sections. Okay, for taking sections, you can go to view tab. Here the section option is there. So when you take a section, it should cover all the important things in the model, like windows, doors. If a stair is there, you have to make use of that also. For taking section, you can go for view tab. Section is there. You can just section. Okay. You can just take a section, and if you want to flip and all, you can just flip it. Okay, you can just flip it. So when you take a section, already in the project browser, sections will be there, or you can just take a right click and just go to view option. Okay. Go to view option. So this is the sections. So here you can see walls are cut, window is there, door is there, window is there, and stair is also there. Now in sections, if here we can give hatchings and all. So in model elements, by default there will be hatching. You can just go and go to visibility graphics here. You can just go to model categories if you want to provide a hatching for the walls, and see walls, cut patterns. You can just give the pattern. If it is brickwork, you can do brickwork. Okay, apply. Okay, you can see brickwork. Also, like same like in the floors, in a roof and all, if you want to provide hatching, it's there. Okay, but when you see here, footing part, it's also in brickwork. When you give the hatching for the walls, footing part also got by, because footing we model in the architecture template by using the staked wall, right? So footing mainly is now coming under the structure one. So in architecture, we will make use of the staked wall and then do the footing here. So staircase wall is a wall category, right? So when you provide hatching for the walls, footing will also get hatching. But here you want in section, you want to provide it as separate hatching. Okay, so you don't want it as short as a what wall category. Here you want to provide, if you want to provide a different hatching. Okay, if you want to provide a different hatching, you can go for another option. That is go to annotate tab. Here you will get region. Okay, in annotate tab, this detail panel. In detail panel, you will get an option region. Two options will be there: fill region and mask region. Okay, to split element and to give a different hatching, you can go for the fill region one. Okay, here I just want to separate this static wall from this wall category and have to give the hatching for a footing. So I'm just making use of this fill region. Fill region. Here we'll get the drawing tools. You will get just take this line tool and I will just draw a boundary. Okay, then finish. Okay, then go to edit type. So you can see fill pattern is there. Okay, it's already in concrete. You can just give the patterns here. Different patterns is there. That's concrete. You can just give the concrete here. Apply. Okay. You can see the hatching got, we have given a different hatching. And if you want to give this providers hatching to all footing, either you can just go for fill region in all footings, or what you can do is you can select this one. So this is the fill region. You are not selecting that particular footing. You are selecting that fill region, that hatching part you are selecting. Okay, you can just go take a copy and place it in all the stack you want. Okay, like this, you can just split an element and you can give the different heading. So likewise, there is another option is marks region. That means in this section, if you don't want to see any element, like for example, if the stair portion is there, okay, just assume the stair portion is there, and here one window or something is there, and if you don't want that particular thing to be seen in your section, you can go for a mask region. Okay, here in this section, I just don't want to see this particular window. Okay, then I'll just go for the region, masking region. Drawing tools will be there. That means you want to draw a region. The region inside it, or the portion inside that particular region will not be, will be masked or disappeared. Okay, I'll just take the rectangular one. I'll just draw a rectangle around this particular window. Okay, then finish. Can see that window is not there. Okay, but that rectangular portion will be there. Okay, yeah, you can see. So if you just hide this one, no, that window you will be see. Okay. So that is a mask feature. So if you want to mask, or if you don't want to see any element in your section, you can go for the mask region. Okay, that is a mask region. And you have taken a section, and you can split this section. Okay, means if you just, this is a straight line. If you want to split the section, you can just click here, just select the section here. Split segment is there. You can see split segment, and then just click where you want to split, and then split. Means if you want to include this particular window in the section, you can just split and use it. You can go for your section one. You can just see the window here. Okay, so that is the thing. So if you make any changes in any view, one view, all other things in all other view, it will get updated. Okay, next, if you want to see here, I'll just go to my 3D. So if you want to see the section of the 3D, so you have taken a section here, and if you want to if you want to see the 3D of this particular section, you can go to your 3D view. Okay, 3D view. You can just click your view cube. Okay, in the view cube, just right click here. You will get an option orient to view. Okay, orient to view. Here we'll get sections, section one. Okay, this is the 3D view of your section which you have taken. Okay, just cut along the this particular window thing. And if you want to extend, and this is a section box actually. Okay, Just likewise section box, you can just extend and you can use it. And if you off the section box, no, you will just 3D will be back. So what you can do is here also you can just duplicate it. Okay, 3D views also you can just right click, you can take the duplicate views with the detailing, you can take, then you can take the section, just right click, right click on the view cube, orient to view sections, section 1. Okay, then you can just place it in your sheet. That one you can just do it. Okay, so you will your 3D model will be there, and your 3D section will be also be here. Okay. That is the taking the sections of the taking the section of 3D. Next one is you can prepare, you can just go to your annotate tab, you can just prepare the legends. Okay, uh, means door and window and all if you want, and just go for print. Okay, you can see you can see annotate tab component. This see annotate tab, this on the detail panel, this component is inactive. Okay, cannot take the legend component. For that you can go to your view tab. Okay, here view, here legends are there. Okay, view tab legends means if you want to take the legends of your doors, windows and all, if you want, you can just go for your view tab, here legends, under create tab legends is there. Okay, just take legend, just take door legend. Okay, this is the door legend. and and here if you want, like you can just you can use your annotate tab, detail line. You can just you will get the drawing tools. If you want to make it as a table and all, you can just do it. To place the legends and all, you can go for component. Now your component is active. Okay, component, legend component. Okay, so any family's legend you can make, not only doors, windows, everything. You can make any family. Here we will get the ribbon area. You can see family, view, outline and all. So just drop down. You can see the all the elements in this particular model in the Revit. You can make legends. Okay, so since we have taken as a door legend, you can see doors. So if you give the name, means when you just create the model, if you give the type name and do the modeling for the doors and windows, it will be easy to pick up. Okay, otherwise all the default elements in this particular will be here in this list. You can see all the list will be here. So if you just give the type name and do the doors and windows modeling, it will be easy. Here D1, I'm just selecting D1 to get the floor plan here. If you want elevations, we'll get the elevation also. Okay, so you can just go for your detail line here. Just taking this rectangle. Means you can just make it as a table. Okay, you can just prepare a legend like this. And you can just go for your annotate here. Test is there. You can just make a test. Just test. Uh, Type name. Plan view. Elevation. Elevation. And just arrange it also. Okay, like that you can do. You can here it is D1, no? You can just press D1. Like this, you can do the legends. If it is go to legend component, then next is, if it is D2, you can see elevation, this particular floor, plan view. Then another type door we have is D1, D2, front door is there, FD. This is the front door plan view. Then elevation. Okay. So drawing lines and all, you can use a detail line. You can just use the detail lines and you can just prepare the table and all. So here you can see if doors here, walls are there, windows are there. So different legends you can just make by using this legend component. So first we want to do is you have to go to view tab here, then legends. Take the legend and then come to what annotate tab, components. Then only it will become active. Okay, legend component. That is how you can prepare the legends. That all. Yeah, area plans. What all area plans you are doing, that will be here. Okay, area plans. You can see legends in the project browser. You can see legends, do legends. Okay, so that legend. So you can just prepare all this and you can just place it in your title block. Now about the preparation of title block, you can go to view. Here by default in sheet composition, you can see sheet. So by default A1 metric is there. I'm just giving OK. You can see this is the by default title block in your Revit. So you can what you can do is you can just, if you want to edit this particular title block, just select this edit family. So if you want to change the symbol and all, you can just say the simple. If you want to make any changes and all, you can just make changes and you can just save it and load into project. Okay. Now in order to place one, you can just go to your particular view. You can just drag it and drop it. You can just drag it and drop it. And if you want, if you don't want any like this elevation bubbles and all, you don't want to see, you can go to that particular view. Here you can see it is in blue color. Why? Because that particular view is placed in sheet. That way it become in blue color. So in order to crop, you can just go for your properties, crop view, crop region visible. Okay. Just click and you can just crop the region. Here it is crop, and you can see this box is still there. So what you can do is you can just go to your particular view and where this you can just off this visible, it will be gone. Yeah, just crop the, and you can just move and place your viewport, your title one. And here viewport, the title with line is there, title without line is there, no line like that is there, title no line, and you can just edit the scale and all. You can just edit. Just click here. Name you can edit the scale, or otherwise you can just go to your plan and also you can just edit the what scale and all. Like this, you can just place the views in your sheet, or otherwise you can just take your a particular sheet and your view is there. Okay, some option under sheet composition panel, view option is there. So which view you want to place it, you can just select from here. Okay, otherwise you can just drag and drop the particular view. Then if you want to create your own what a title block means, you can create it as a family also. For that, you can go to file, new, family, last title block folder is here. Here by default A4, A3, A2, A1, A0 is a new size is also there. So which you want, you can just take. There will be a boundary will be there and you can make use of the lines. You can just give the proper dimensions. Just make it as equal. Now, as I already told, to create the changing quantities, like for example, so these are the changing quantities. Here you can see project number, date, drawn by, checked by. These are the fixed quantities. So in every sheet it will be fixed. So that will be we will be giving as a test, and other changing quantities. The values for these all we will go for what label. So test just tell. Project name and what project number, date drawn by, create, test, date. Like I'm just giving as time is not, I just take this, just writing these two. And if you can just move using your arrow keys, you can just move and place it in correct position. And you can just select both this. You can just edit type. You can just go duplicate and size, font, everything you can change, just customize and use. Okay. Then for the label, for the changing quantities, you can go for label. Label, just click here. You can see if it is date. Project name, number, status, project issue date, sheet issue date. So whatever you want, you can just say, okay. Like this also, you can just for each values, you can just go for the labels. Then also you can just select, you can just adjust it position and also its size and all. You can just adjust. Take that will be tag label. You can just edit type. You can just what adjust its dimension, colors, graphics, everything, and you can do. And if you want to place your logo, you can just go for the insert option. Then you can just import the image, import image. You can make use of this import image option, and then you can just set the what image. Next, another thing is revision clouds are there. Just go for view. Here revision schedule is there. Okay. Means you can just create a revision schedule. Schedule means this one is a revision schedule. This one. You can just draw the columns, everything. This is a revision cloud. Okay, revision cloud means when the this title, when the sheet is hand over to the person responsible, if you just revise it, if there is any mistakes or everything, you can just mark it in this revision cloud. Okay, so to the place a revision cloud, you can go for the view tab here. Revision schedule is there. So already revision sequence, number, description, date is there. So what all field you want, you can just select, then give OK. So this is a revision schedule. So in order to place that in our sheet, you can, your schedule is there. A revision schedule, you can just drag and drop it. Okay. So this is how you can just place a revision schedule. First, you can have to go to what view tab, revision schedule. First, select what all field you need, and then create a revision schedule like this. You can just create it. And in order to place it in our title, you can just go for project browser. From revision schedule, you can just drag it and drop it. Then after doing this title work, you can just save it as, and if you want to use it in different project, you can just save it as a family or just load into project, and you can just use it in our project. So that is the revision cloud and the sheet preparation. Now, next topic is exporting to CAD. So we know we can just export the CAD file and then make it as a reference, or you can just use it in here Revit and do the modeling part. Likewise, if you want to convert or if you want to export this Revit file to your CAD, you can also do that by doing some settings changes. Okay, doing some settings changes, you can just export your CAD also. For that, go to file option is there. File, go to file, export CAD format, DWG. Okay, DWG. Here you can see. Okay, so these are the settings changes. Before that, export. So what all things you want export? The current view. That current view, this is a plan view, or all any other views. If you want to just export, you can just give another option in section of view. Second option, then show in list of views in the set, all the sheet views and sheet. Then model, whatever you want, you can just so all views and sheet means all views and sheets in the sheet you will get. If you give all views and sheet the model, you will get as a list. From there, you can just select it. Okay. From there, you can select it and export. Okay. Then export setup settings. You can go here. Select export setup settings. This is more option you can see here. Okay. So first one is layers. So you know that CAD we form different layers for wall one layer, door one layer. Like that we form layers and do the what plan and everything here. Likewise, here you can see if we're taking an example wall. Okay, so here walls if you are using means there are different types of walls we have done here. Okay, or if it is doors, we have done the different types of door here. So all the types door will be here in this category. So if you want to make it as a single one, you can just change to for example, these two walls are here. Walls, say these two walls are there. What you can do is these are the layers. Okay, these are the different layers. For each wall category, there will be different layers. So if you want in CAD, if you want it as a single layer, means you can just replace it with a single. You can just rename it as single layer. Means what you want to see in your CAD, you can just type here wall. This one, this one also you can just change it and you can just copy and paste everything. Or it will just be wall. Okay, means all the categories. If you are using a different categories in this particular event, and if you want it as a single one in the CAD, you can change here in the level. Okay, so if different categories of walls or different categories of doors are there, you can just make it as a single category, and you can just that is a layer. Then lines here you can see these are the different in Revit and in the CAD is here. So these are the different types of lines which are used in the Revit. And if you want to replace it with the anything in CAD, or if you want it as means automatically they will generate that type. If you want to replace the solid line is there in the Revit, and if you want to replace it with any other line type in CAD, you can just select this. Okay. If it is dash line, and if you want to replace it with another one, you can just that is line type. Patterns also same. These are the fill patterns in Revit. These are the hash patterns in the CAD. Then test and font, likewise same. Test and font. Colors. Colors we index colors. That is different colors you used. So if you want to make use of index color, you can go for this. Two colors. In some that I will show you in some in some categories there will be two colors there that I will show you. That if you want that object styles colors to be in CAD, you can use specified in view. In this particular view, what all colors are used. If you want that in CAD, you can go for specified in view. Okay, that is colors. Then solids, units, and coordinates you can set. Then the general setting. So after doing all the settings, you can just say the set and close and just or you can just give next and you can just save it as a DWG file and you can open it. Then for that object colors, you can go for your manage tab. Here object styles are there. Okay. So about the line colors, these are the line colors. Okay, object style colors. You can see most of them it will be black. Only in some here curtain system it's green color. So only in some categories it will be different. All others it will be same. That is the this one. And here analytical model object. Here you can see different colors are for the analytical model objects. Colors uses different. So these are the objects. As the second one, second option which you see in the colors, object style colors. First one is the index color which is used in the Revit. These are the object style colors, and these are the thing. Okay, so these are the settings or the things which you want to know before you are exporting to CAD. By making some changes in the settings, you can just export to the CAD. So our time is over for today's section. Uh, so are you able to follow me? Is this section okay? Hello? Okay, I'll just wind up today's sessions and we can just continue it in the tomorrow.